So we got the two chicken tractors here. Uh-oh, the one's gonna blow that over again. I stick the water under there so it doesn't get so hot that it blows over sometimes. We still have not finished the main portable chicken tractor. And it's been so dry because we're going through a drought and the grass is dying and the ground is so hard. I've just left them here. I'm just gonna leave them there for now. There's no point in moving them. Okay, if you watched the last video, you know that we got a wheelchair for our dog because she was paralyzed. Her back legs were paralyzed, and there was a big mass on the back of her spine, the lower part, that the vet thought was causing her to be paralyzed, and he said she was too old to get surgery. And he also thought it was probably cancer. So we tried out the wheelchair. She also became incontinent, and she would just get herself in places she couldn't get out of, and I was worried about Coyote getting her, and she was just getting worse. So on August 31st, we made a decision to put her down, which was one of the hardest things I've ever done. And we brought her home and we buried her. Made her this little grave. And I painted on just a stone, her little grave, her headstone there. Are you coming to visit Founder? Huh? You coming to visit Founder? Hey, what are you doing over there? Kitty! You silly girl. What are you doing? Messing up Founder's grave here. Now her flowers are all dried out. But so that's been hard. We've missed Founder. We've had her 10 and a half years. And I don't know, she was a really good dog. She's a great watchdog. She's kept all the critters away. And people. We've had people she's kept away. I thought I'd give y'all a tour of the garden. Brian has replanted 3 times because the deer eat everything. We do have some stuff growing now. Okay, coming in, we've got some tomatoes and some tomatillas. If you can see them. The tomatillas. Tomatoes are still green. They don't feel like turning red. We fill up all these jugs so we can walk the water and water different areas. But our peas, this is the 3rd time planting peas, and so far they're doing okay. We water like every day because we've had no water. So here he replanted some green beans and some spinach. There's all the caps to the bottles. Over here's got mint growing. And we've put these tarps and stuff down to help keep the weeds down, but we still need to cut this Johnson grass. We've got some basil, just volunteer, we didn't plant it. Cucumber vine here that's seen better days. He's got cups here of stuff he's planted. We had some onions pop back up, and Nate planted some radishes here. Over here we have some more tomatoes. These were volunteer, we didn't plant these. There's an orange one in there. We have more, we're gonna make more raised beds, but we need to modify this. It needs to be more flat in between the logs because when it rains the soil washes out. But anyway, over here, so we've got some more beans coming up. Okay, we've got watermelon. It's all watermelon through here. We have this whole row over here is cucumbers. And then we've got cantaloupe. All this here is cantaloupe. Okay, well, my shadows. Got some cantaloupe coming. The tin blew over again. So we're gonna have lots of pickles and other things. So all these here is cantaloupe. Coming this way, We have the carrots. There's a few here that the deer didn't eat after all. So we might get a few carrots, but all this bed here is carrots. This is carrots. Got a few weeds growing. This is a weed, but it's curly dock. It's actually edible. If you pick it when it's young, you can cook it with onions and bacon, and it's like, I don't know, similar to a mustard green type of food. Here we've got more watermelon. Got a nice big one there coming. So over here, we've got more tomatoes. So we got all these are tomatoes right here and here, and there's a bunch of green ones. There's not very many red. We haven't been getting many. There's a couple orange. Okay, he's got something growing here. Just saw it. Probably peppers. We had another pepper plant come. Some more peppers. He's got more tomatillas. These are all volunteer. So we got a lot of tomatillas coming. These aren't like the store. They're a lot smaller, and I don't know. We'll have to learn how to make some good salsa. So here's our asparagus. It's turning to seed. So I'm gonna pick some more of these. I did previously. And inside each one of these is 4 black seeds. And we're gonna save all these for seed here so we can plant some more next year. Because right now, we don't get enough for a meal. We get a few here and a few there, but we never have enough for a meal. So we're going to plant some more. This is mint that we planted, when we first moved here. I guess that's 17 years ago, 16. It's flowering now. But yeah, we've mowed it, we've tilled it. You can't kill mint once it's grown. So that's the end of the little garden tour. I mean, we've had so many problems this year with deer, things dying and having to replant. Come on, kitty. Come on, girl. All right, coming past the chickens here. This is our front yard. And we've been putting up this fence. We have so many projects. Anybody else who homesteads understands. You have like this long list of projects and you just have to prioritize them. They all need to be done, but it's gonna take a while to get them all done. But we're working on this fence. So it's along here and all towards the front. It's like 750 feet that way. We're gonna put the gate here. We're gonna use this gate, this antique metal gate, and we're gonna put here. And there's gonna be a lane in between the garden and the pig pen and this side. But we've cleared a lot of trees. We've trimmed a lot of trees. So the pasture goes out this way. And from through those trees over here, down the road, it's about 1/4 of a mile. So we'll have like 20 acres up here that we're going to eventually fence in, a permanent perimeter fencing. And then inside we'll probably just use electric to move paddocks so we don't have permanent fencing inside the 20 acres. So we're trying to decide where to put a barn. So we were thinking about putting it maybe over here somewhere, and the barn will be for milking. I'll milk every morning in the barn, unless I just have this amazing cow. I can just do it in the field, don't need to. But the only time we'll have animals in it is milking, birthing, and if they're sick or the weather's extreme. So most of the time they're going to be out here in the pasture. But we're just trying to figure out where to put the barn. I'm trying to design the barn, how it'll work the best, because I really want a dairy parlor, a place to milk and wash, and I want water and power to the barn. Other plans we have is the water line starts over there. So we thought we would just run water lines into different paddocks so we don't have to haul water. And then we'll have like a water trough in each paddock so we're not messing with water all the time. We'll just have one of those faucets that you lift up, and when you pull it down, all the water goes, you don't have to worry about it freezing. Yeah, so that is an update on our little homestead. So once we get this fenced, we're gonna go ahead and get a couple steers so we can raise our own meat. And then realistically, probably won't be able to get dairy cows maybe till spring or winter or something. We'll see. Thought I'd show y'all just how low the water is. So usually all these rocks here are covered with water. So it's down probably 3 feet or so. You can see where the water line is right there. But we've got turtles and fish and snakes in here and all kinds of plants growing that we didn't put here. And we got obviously the cattail. Fortunately, it's edible, so we can eat the cattail.